Hi, my name is Ntabiseng Spampul. I am a finance graduate intern at MiWayLife.
Good day, everyone. My name is MiWayLife, well known at MiWayLife as Mr. Fun. What I do here is I was employed as a graduate for operations, but right now I'm doing sales ops audit for team leaders. So to say,
my name is Nomathemba. I'm in the Learning and Development Department and I'm currently a graduate intern.
So what heritage means to me is that these are basically the values and the beliefs that we grew up abiding to, and also the superstitions and how I'm practically raised.
What it means to me is that if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you are going. By saying that, what I'm trying to say is that heritage is, for me, I feel it's a lineage which shows us how to do things, how to speak, how to dress, how to conduct yourself as a human being, so to say. So that's what heritage means to me.
Heritage to me, I believe is values, inherited values, beliefs, and maybe culture, parts of culture as well, and how we conduct ourselves, what we have taken from past generation and using it to influence how we live. And
so how I celebrate or engage with my heritage is by basically doing all the stuff that were done, or certain celebrations. For example, when boys come back from initiation as men, we make like huge celebrations where we do mqombothi, we buy alcohol, we buy gifts for a person because we believe that that person has come back as a new person.
How I choose to engage or celebrate my heritage. So lately, I think the year 2014, I found myself having to learn an instrument, which is a piano. So by doing that, I got to really engage more with my African music, which I learned a lot. Because most music, they talk about struggles, they talk about where we come from as maybe African or as vendor as I am. So how I choose to also indulge or take the same path, which is to create music on my spare time, and that music will surely contribute to tell the story of who I am and contribute to my heritage to the future generation to come.
How do I engage in my heritage? I would say maybe speaking and trying to practice what my parents' side practice, maybe my mom's side. I'm mostly centered around Christianity and what we do on that side. My mom is Zulu and my dad is Xhosa, but I hardly know anything about Xhosas. But I know that in our Zulu culture we do some celebrations. We would slaughter meat, prepare umqombothi, and just have everything is centered around food. Our conversations are done around food. Even when we appease to our ancestors, we go there with food and drinks, but most importantly, umqombothi.
I do not think that heritage is a difficult topic to talk about, because I'd like to believe that all of the things that make us uncomfortable within our heritage need to be spoken about so that it cannot pass from generation to generation.
Is it comfortable for me to talk about my heritage? Most certainly yes. I have learned and I've actually realized that we all have got different heritage, which means we all have got different experiences about where we come from. So the struggle of I as a vendor person are not the same struggles as the same for a Zulu person. So sometimes when we engage more deeper, the conversation can become heated up. For instance, if I am a black person with a white person, there are certain privileges that they had in the past, and those privileges that I didn't have as a black person. So sometimes it really cuts deep, knowing that if I say certain things, I might offend the other part without actually realizing while I'm speaking my own truth. So sometimes it can be a bit hard to actually have a conversation about my heritage.
Is it difficult to discuss heritage? I would say not really, not much. depending on who I'm discussing it with my peers, no, it's something that is normal to us. We don't mind sharing experiences and what we believe is right or wrong, but with my parents, I would say it's not comfortable because there's certain things that I view as being normal and for them it's not, and maybe I would raise something and to them it's not something that's easily spoken about. So yeah,
I think my legacy will affect my upcoming generation in both a positive and a negative way. I would like to believe that I know more and I practice a lot of beliefs from both my mother's culture and my dad's culture. And negatively, I would like to believe that I'm a person who is quite defiant. I do what I want to do, and I think it would be unfair for my next generation to impose those beliefs on them, not knowing if they would want to participate or do them or not.
How will my legacy affect the heritage that I leave behind? I'm not sure if it's going to be in a bad or good way, but I definitely know that I won't be leaving anything behind that will be similar to my parents or their parents, because I totally believe in totally different things and my value system is totally different to what my parents believe or practice. So it will be definitely impacted, but I believe in a good way because I'm also trying to create my own legacy and not live by their own.
Okay, how will my legacy affect the heritage for the future generation to come? As I've said, or as I've mentioned, I am into music, so I believe I'm gonna have a huge impact, or I'm gonna be able to tell the story of how I was living or how people were living and the struggles that they were going through as human beings. So that's the kind of legacy that I will leave, where I'm telling the story of my generation, of what's going on at the current time as you're taking this video for the future generations to come. And that's a wrap. Thank you.
Happy Heritage Day.
Happy Heritage Day, everybody.
Oh, what does that mean in English? It means have a lovely Heritage Day. Thank you.